Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today we are playing SELESNYA Toxic and Ranked Standard. I actually think this deck is much more interesting to build and play than meets the eye. First off, there are a number of things people are doing that I think you should not be doing. Charge of the Mites. Very expensive at 3 mana in what is a 22 land deck. We already have 8 3-drops in the form of the Annex Sentry and the Bloated Contaminator. You don't need more 3-drops. It is hard to hold open this mana and still do all the things you want to be doing. And it also relies on you having creatures around, and sure, you want to be putting lots of creatures down, but you know what happens to creatures? They get removed, and then this card gets significantly worse. It does have the extra modality that at instant speed, you can create these 2 Might tokens, and maybe you can sneak through victory. Your opponent thinks they have blockers for everything, and you play this thing at instant speed, and you got some extra attackers to get through for the last Toxic, but it's just too expensive. Instead, what I would do is play Fateful Absence, which brings us to the next card, which is Soul Partition. 2 mana removal at instant speed, much better than Charge of the Mites, but I think Fateful Absence is a little bit better. Because against most decks, if you remove their 2-drop on 2, and they play it back on turn 4, usually you have more powerful stuff lying around, and it's not the end of the world. But the thing is, all of our stuff is so small and low to the ground that if you remove their 2-drop on 2 and they replay it on 4, it's actually an issue. It just completely shuts down a lot of the stuff you want to get in. All your 1/1s basically are not happy with a 2-drop on the opponent's side of the battlefield. So I wouldn't even do it. I would just use Fateful Absence, get it gone. If they wouldn't take an entire turn off to use the clue token and draw, fine. That's greater opportunities for us to slip in for more toxic damage. So I'd run that instead. I definitely wouldn't run a Johnny. Again, very expensive at 4 mana, even though it can be deployed on 3. And the thing is, like with Planeswalkers, you generally want stuff around to protect them. And either your stuff literally cannot protect because it cannot block, or it wants to be attacking anyway to get through Toxic. So a Johnny does not fit in the deck. Mirrex, you could maybe throw 1 in here, but the thing is, you just have so many 1-drops that are specific on the mana, exactly 1 white, exactly 1 green, that after the first turn this comes down, if you don't have the mana to do all the things you want, it's going to screw you over. This is a better in a control deck where you want some weird win con where instant speed, your opponent doesn't do anything, you don't want to flash on the Emperor, you pay 3 and tap it, get a 1/1 Toxic token out, fine, whatever. But it's not really perfect in this deck, and I think if you want to win as many games as possible and curve out as well as possible, you don't even need Mirrex in the mana base. So those are some things. The other thing is Skrelv's Hive. I don't think this card is very good. I definitely don't think it's a 4-of. At its best, against a control deck, if you slam it on 2, and your opponent doesn't have an answer to it, and you can pump out these little 1/1 tokens every turn, and they have to use 1/1 removal on them, that's actually pretty good. That is the best case scenario. Against aggro, which is the bulk of the stuff you're playing, like, man, just taking turn 2 off to do nothing, and then create creatures that can't block, and then lose a life every turn against an aggro deck is you're just handing them the win. And sure, if they have 3 or more poison counters, then all your stuff has lifelink, and like, oh, okay, we can gain it back. But man, just taking turn 2 off to make a creature that can't block and losing life every turn is not where you want to be against aggro. So I dropped this down definitely from 4 to 2, and maybe it drops to 0. And if you did want to drop it to 0, I think what I would try instead is Audacity, which I think is pretty good in this deck. The trample is relevant, allows you to slip through for more toxic damage. It is very good on the duelist because a 3/1 or 4/2 duelist double striker is very hard to block, and it's not as dangerous in a deck that has lots of protection like the Skrelv and Tyvar Stand. You can actually get away with running auras, whereas usually this is dangerous because of course your opponent can blow it out with instant speed removal. Last comments, yeah, don't forget the Seed Core. If they have 3 or more poison counters at instant speed, you can pop up a 1/1 with +2/+1. And then Skrelv, really interesting card. Often I think of this as a defensive card to grant hexproof, but it is also a very powerful offensive capability, both making your cards unblockable and also granting them an additional toxic 1. This is especially powerful on the duelist because instead of swinging with double strike for 2 poison counters, you then each strike has an additional toxic on it, so you're hitting for 4 poison counters. That can get you lethal out of nowhere very quickly. The other thing that's important with Skrelv is really understanding your opponent's decks, because not all decks have lots of removal, and so you can sometimes flip the corner and you don't have to hold it back to grant hexproof all the time. So mono red, lots of removal, probably want to leave this back every single turn to grant hexproof. Soldiers though, the only removal in that entire deck is basically Brutal Cathar. So if you see the first Brutal Cathar come down, you can start using Skrelv offensively if you think it will help you close out the game, because then they're just top decking for Cathars, and if they can't, there's no reason to hold this back for hexproof. Similarly, things like Esper Legends generally don't have a lot of removal or any space for removal at all besides a Ganja, which again, this can't even protect against because that is a colorless land and not a spell or ability. Maybe it's an ability, I don't know, but it's definitely a colorless land. This doesn't work. So yeah, just knowing your opponent's deck and when to flip the corner and be aggressive with this and add the toxic and unblockability versus holding it back to grant hexproof is important. That's the deck. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. 1 lander, tap land, snap keep. 4 lands. Ugh, double Skrelv. Ooh. Oh man, is this even worth it? Man, we'll try it. Definitely put back one of the lands here. Probably just the Pain land, I think. We should have good flexibility with Phyrexians. Alright, Seed Core it is, let's go. I don't know, could have multi-5, but I think I'd rather top deck our way there. Swift Spirit's gonna be tough. Sentry does go a decent way though, that's a really good draw for us. And we're not blocking with Skrelv, so we are attacking. Poison online. Another Seed Core here, and no legendary Skrelv. Reckless Impulse, okay. That's not bad. Ooh, Ancestral Anger, okay. I think it's the Sentry here. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Take this guy out. Can go Contaminator next turn. 2 poison, let's go. Third land, it's a chick. They can give it Ancestral Anger. Maybe we should have played Contaminator last turn so we could Sentry the Flyer, because we don't have a good answer to the Flyer, really. Alright, there's the pump. And the race begins. Double pump. Yeah, regretting my life decisions now. Down to 13. But who knows how many times they can actually do that. So, I think we definitely attack with both here. And I guess, I mean, the Rot Priest plus the Duelist does put down more poison per turn. Right, we're looking at 3 total poison, whereas the Contaminator is only 2. The Toxic one plus the Proliferate. So if we're trying to race them before we die, it's not bad. So Ancestral Anger, what if they run the 2 mana instant? It's like +3/+1, exile 1 or 2 cards, you can play them till the end of next turn. Something we should watch out for when they attack. Squee comes down. 3 damage, down to 10. I think we just take the first strike here, instead of offering the trade. I think that's okay. We drop to 10 against Mono Red, which is scary, but we have the Contaminator very soon. If we wanted to pay 2 life here, we could have 6 poison this turn. Is that lethal? Hold on. That works, right? Let's pay the 2 life. You gain an additional Toxic 1, right? Gains Toxic 1. Red, sure. Okay. So that's 2 poison. And that's 10 poison. Alright, lethal found. Don't forget you can use Skrelv to add Toxic. On the draw, no green. I still think it's playable. We have several turns to hit that green mana. Tap land by the opponent. Never didn't have it. Okay. Skrelv here on 1 versus the Rot Priest, I think is where I want to be. Alright, let's go. Esper Denic. Okay, could be Esper Legends. Play pattern's probably still the same, just drop the Duelist. And hold back Skrelv. And they have lifelink every turn, but that's not the victory we're going for anyway. So we'll just try to stack those poison counters on. Adeline as well. Ugh. I feel like it's going to be pretty hard on the draw for us. Definitely take the free block here. And eat 2 off the lifelinking Denic. Slaughter Singer's not bad. So do they even have space for removal? Because we could try to get in with Skrelv this turn. This deck generally does not. If they are truly Esper Legends, there just isn't that much room besides a Ganjo. So I think we can get in with Skrelv this turn fairly safely. And we can threaten the Ganjo on the Adeline. If they don't, we can play it out and play the Bloated Contaminator after the fact. So let's try it, because we got to push our poison counters, or we're going to lose this game. They look at our lands. We do have a legendary creature of our own, so we get the discount on the Ganjo, pick off the Adeline. That's our whole turn, but we wanted to get rid of that guy. And I really don't think they have that much removal in this deck, so I think Skrelv can get in there basically every turn. Odawara, back up Adeline. Yep, that happens sometimes. No free block for us. Hit the next land anyway, which is quite nice. Slaughter Singer would allow the Duelist to get in this turn. We could add Toxic off the scroll. We could race them. Okay. I think I don't hate that plan. Let's get the Slaughter Singer down. We lose some life here. It's going to be a tight race. But now the Duelist can get in there. Okay, to blocks. They take the block. They take the trade. Man, I wonder if they have backup Adeline. Okay, so we lose the Duelist then. Which is too bad. I was hoping they wouldn't block. And we could use Skrelv to add an extra Toxic. But our first Duelist comes down. Can pretty safely play out the Chorus here. Again, they have very little targeting, so I don't even think there's a whole lot of benefit to playing the Rot Priest. Down to 13. Wedding Announcement. That's going to be a lot of blockers for us to get through. Okay. That's it for the entire turn. Okay. A turn off. We can always make things unblockable. That's not bad. I think we want to get the Duelist down and the Rot Priest and use Skrelv to make the Chorus unblockable against white and just get in for a little bit of poison every turn. Okay. We're fine to use the 1 white mana. It's okay. Okay, let's make you unblockable. Versus white. 2 combat. Get in there just with you. We can hold back the 1/1. That's a lot of Toxic right there. That's pretty big for us. Play out the Duelist. They're already up to 5 Toxic. And next turn we can make the Duelist unblockable versus white, unless they play a black creature. That is a colorless creature. Manual taps coming out. Why? Thalia, they really want to have a white or blue mana open. They offer the Dennick. We could block with the Chorus, or just not care at all. Both of them are acceptable here. I think we just take the 2 for now. Wedding Announcement will eventually flip. We'll get more out of the block later. Okay. Another Singer's not bad. Makes the Duelist bigger. Doesn't matter, because they can block with the Transmogritte now. We only have 3 non-basic lands, so they can't replay it next turn unless they have 1 more land. So I think it's the Singer here. And again, make the Duelist unblockable versus white. Autopay. So they can block with the Transmogrant. No one else can... I guess the Chorus can also get in there, can't it? That makes it a 3/3. But we're getting low on life, and it's a good chump blocker. Maybe it's just the Duelist. They trade off the Transmogrant here. Oh, they have the Aganjo. Ooh, the last card. Yeah, that's tough. Okay. Okay, this probably means they have the 6th land in hand to replay the Transmogrant. Probably still take this block, though. And leave Dennick around for now. Okay, flip everyone. Faithful Absence could be useful. Okay, I think we are taking out Thalia first. No stick at all. They could still have a Ganjo here. We could just send in the Might. Take the Clue Draw. Okay, that's a good sign. I think it's just the Might this turn. It's a close game. Okay, double block. Okay. Might goes down. Fine. And here, they're still at 5 poison. It's a ways to go. Thalia returns. Okay. They get another turn of Dennick, and then I think we'll try the Contaminator this next turn. That's not good. Just 2. I think we eat it. No blocks. Okay, my turn. More land. I think I make the Rot Priest unblockable here. Very close game. We're not quite getting out of it. And now there's Stick. Could just be Plaza of Heroes or something. Again, unblockable against white. 2 combats. Keep chipping away. 2 poison this time. Okay, they eat it up to 7. Play out the Contaminator. We now have 3 blockers. They have 4 attackers. We're down to 5. It's very close. Could Odawara bounce someone? That'd be pretty bad. They can do that at instant speed. Interesting. I'm not sure I really realized that. I don't think anyone plays this card. So we go block, 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 and take 5, and that's game. Now we go double block, and we lose. Interesting. Yeah, that's game. Take 7. Yeah, that's a tough battle the whole time. Tried to sneak through a scroll, but it was tough, for sure. On the play, I would prefer to have some more creatures, but this is playable. If we can get up to 3 poison early, start activating some extra abilities. Mono red, of course, Kumano. Okay. We do get in for poison, though. That's not a bad top deck. Alright, it's all going to be okay. Remove the creature this turn, drop a 4/4 on mono red next turn. That's not too bad. Adversary, okay. And just get rid of this guy now. No need to delay the matter. Ooh, yeah, let's go. Alright, feeling good. That's a lot for mono red to deal with. I'm not even sure we offer the block against Kumano. Third land. Another Kumano. I'm curious if they attack or not. Impulse looks like likely not this turn. Okay, we get some nice swings off on our side then. Another fast land. Probably don't attack with the chorus, just get the Contaminator in there. Okay, just you. It's a lot of poison. Proliferate. This is funny. What happens if we proliferate this guy now? This turn. That means they miss the trigger. They get the Kumano faster. I think I'm okay with that. They're not going to cast a creature this turn because it's our turn. This is the first time I've found a use for this. They get a 2/2 out of the deal, but they don't get the rest of the effect. Get the other fast land down, play another 4/4 to block. Okay, now it flips. So they got their Kumano faster, but they don't get the extra value out of the second phase. We'll see if it's worth it or not. There's not often a good use case for the proliferate on the opponent like that. Okay, Swift Spear. See if they attack all here. I think we might just eat it. Squee as well. Okay, we'll take a block. 2-0. I think we play the Slaughter Singer. Get in with everyone. And then Fateful Absence, try to blow them out on the blocks. Alright. It's a lot of boosts. It's going to make blocking really awkward. Plus we have Trample. Trade there. Chump. It's only 3 damage. And we just blow them out here. Yeah, it's huge. Okay. Pick off Squee. Absolute blowout. I think that's game right there. That's pretty hard to come back from. We're left over with essentially a pair of 5/5s. Submit. Submit. Yeah, we can play out the land, whatever. Alright, so they dig through the graveyard. They get Squee back, but attacking while we're at 18 doesn't seem that helpful. Take the free block here. Though we don't even have to. And scoop, yeah. Yeah, Contaminator. Very good against mono red. 4/4 is tough to get through. On the draw, this is okay. None of our numerous 1-drops, though. Mono red. There's a 1-drop. I'll take that. Get our fast land down, and we'll drop Skrelv here, even if it dies immediately. There is Stick, so we'll see if they point the play with fire somewhere. Scroll down. Okay. No big deal. Feldon. Okay. Well, think we are probably going to use Fateful Absence this turn. So we'll just end here. We're on the draw. Needs to be a little bit more defensive. Okay. Feldon down. No damage done, which is nice. Just don't get the trigger. That's all for turn. So they have removal here. Sentry actually takes the artifact and doesn't die to any removal. I think we're happy with that. The other option is to go Slaughter Singer and then protect it with Tyvar's Stand. They could have double removal though. Let's just get the Sentry down. It's pretty annoying for them to deal with. And we'll attempt to take this and they'll probably crack it in response. That's okay. Hey, if Mono Red has to spend an entire turn cracking a clue token, it's not that bad. Kumano, okay. Rending Flame? Hold on a second. Hold on, Mono Red. That's not fair. Okay, probably the Slaughter Singer here. Maybe it's Duelist first, and the question is, do we hold Tyvar's Stand or not? I think we'll just go for it here. At some point, you'd think they want to deploy creatures. Like, this turn, they're very incentivized to deploy creatures, so there's a chance they don't have enough mana to use a removal spell. They might anyway, but it's okay. 5 lands. Wow. Man, is this a high curve mono red? But they get to Rending Flame the Duelist here. Play with Fire U. Man, we're going to take this thing with the Sentry, but we really hope they don't kill the Sentry. Could block here pretty easily and still keep the 1/1. That's alright with me. If they kill the Sentry and get back Rending Flame, we're going to be very sad. But I still think that's the play. So here comes the Sentry. Take the creature. Swing with our guy that cannot block anyway. And first point of poison all game. Life total's pretty high so far. We can't block this thing though. We really can't afford for the Sentry to die. Feldon. Feldon gets in for free. Okay, well now we can block. Can block anyone but the Feldon here. Take 4. First real life total damage done. Oh, they have land play with fire? Oh my god. At least they don't get the trigger off that. Fast land ain't it. Tyvar Stand lets us block this turn. Can also attack and take out the adversary, which is similar. So maybe it's the Singer then. Okay, swing here for 2. Are they going to trade? Man, we're so happy if they do. Let's not burn the Tyvar Stand. We'll use it on the way back, make the Singer indestructible. Let's hope they don't top deck another burn spell. And we'll plan to block the Kumano here, I think. Alright, see if they top deck another burn spell. 2 blockers. Take this block. And give you indestructible. X equals 0, confirm. Okay, did you top deck the burn spell? Is there stick? Hopefully not. Okay. Nice. Down to 9. More land is not what we need. So it's just a Rot Priest and we trade the Singer for someone? It's not amazing. Don't need to play the brush land. I think we're trading off the Singer with either Mishra's Foundry or Feldon. Maybe the Foundry. Yeah, there it comes again. Might be the Foundry here. I really don't want to give him the extra cards. Down to 7. Fable. Okay. Mid-range mono red, giving us a run for our money. First strike. Oh man, we don't have enough poison counters. Too bad. Oh man, too bad. If we had the Seed Core, could pump up the Duelist to a 2/2 double striker, which go a really long way. But I think we're getting clowned this game. Taking 4 really isn't an option, so we have to block. They read the Feldon. Play a backup Fable. Yeah, there's some weird, like, mid-range mono red running, like, 24 lands. Doesn't do it either. Yeah, I think we basically got clowned that game. Not a whole lot to be done. On the draw, they had an amazing Bloodthirsty Adversary with 5 lands and mono red. And then we double block this turn, and yeah, game is about over, I think. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we could draw that would get us out of this, so yikes, not a good game for us. Opponent goes first, but we got some good mana and a good curve, so I'll definitely keep this. Mono white soldiers. Okay. Plop the seed core down, plop a 1/1 down. Happy to trade this off with the frontliner. Not a whole lot of green in hand yet, so ideally we deploy more green things per turn. No longer trade. That way we're not bottlenecked on green mana. Think no blocks. We'll look for a more favorable trading position. It's probably Fateful Absence the Veteran and block the frontliner this turn. Other options to play the Slaughter Singer and get in with the 2/2, but we're on the draw, so I think we need to play a bit more defensively here. Cathar, take the creature. Okay. Fine. I think the play is still the same. Yep. Just want to kill this guy. Veteran's a huge issue. And unfortunately we don't get the block, but I still think it's worth it. Okay, Sentry take the Cathar. Seems pretty good to me. Get back our 1/1. Alright, we're doing our best to stabilize here. They haven't had a crazy start yet that we haven't been able to blunt. Do nothing? Flash in Wandering Emperor? Is that what is going on here? We have Tyvar's Stand, so we're not very afraid of that. So I guess we go 1 Slaughter Singer before combat, hold Tyvar's Stand for the Wandering Emperor. I think that's what's happening here. Or maybe they have... Oh, sack the Clue token. Okay, we go both Singers here. Pump everyone to the moon, sure. Alright, that's a huge turn of events for us. They hold priority, but they only have colorless mana anyway. Okay, opponent holding priority, but I know they don't have anything. Game glitch there. Quadruple triggers. That's a lot of damage. Take it all. Man, what is their hand that they, this turn, chose to draw off the Clue token instead of doing anything else? They only have the 5 mana. Oh, they're bottled. They were actually blue-white soldiers. I was thinking they were not blue-white soldiers because they're playing so many Mishra's Foundries. But they in fact are, and they're just all blue cards in hand. So it's Sky Strike Officer. Could be the 2 mana Lifelinker, Azoria Soldier. What else is blue in that deck? I don't know, but we're about to basically wreck them here. I think we just go Annex Sentry too. Yeah, they're done. The bottleneck on blue early, taking that turn off was huge. Take the Officer? Yeah, it's not so fun when I Brutal Cathar your stuff, is it? Yeah, scoop off of that. A taste of your own medicine. On the play. Yeah, let's do it. If they're control, we can drop Hive on too. That'd be kind of fun. If it's aggro, we'll probably go Duelist. Alright, here we come. Yeah, Scrubble 1's always good. Give him the Skrelv treatment. Pretty nice sleeves here. The World Tree. Esper. You think it's Esper control? I think I'm down to give him a Skrelv's Hive here. Let's do it. Let's see. It only protects creatures, so no point in holding it back. Cannot protect our enchantment. Ooh, tap land. Leyline Binding. Are you kidding me? Ah, come on. What control deck has that? Alright, moving forward here. Annex Sentry can only take artifacts. This is an enchantment, so that doesn't work. So it's going to be a Duelist plus Chorus turn. And I think we hold back the Skrelv here to protect the Duelist. Yeah, I like keeping the Duelist around. 2 toxic returns, not a bad rate. See if they give us a creature or artifact. They don't, okay. Next Duelist, alright. Send in these guys, see what they have for us. Nothing. No stick at all. That's quite nice. I think we just play the Duelist here. Save the Sentry in case there actually is a creature. Maybe a Sheldred or a Fiend or something. And hold the Skrull back to protect with Hexproof. Double Duelist. A lot of Toxic per turn. A red land. My goodness. What is going on here? I guess that was red the whole time. Yeah, my turn. More land for us. Okay. Start with an attack. We can actually use the Seed Core here if we want. I'm down for that. Okay, let's make you a little bigger. And let's make you a little bigger as well. Might as well. Yep, continue to hold back Skrull. Let's see what they got. Herd Migration. Alright, well, they get life here, but that doesn't stop our Poison Onslaught. I don't even know if we play the Sentry. I think we hold it. What are they going to do next turn? They're going to have 5 mana? I mean, if they sweep, we're going to be sad. I don't think we deploy the Sentry here. Yeah, let's not. 9 poison. Okay. Maybe I could have added Toxic 1 at instant speed after the first strike if I thought they were going to do anything. Okay, they sweep here. 5 damage. Does this work? I don't actually know. Protection against red. Does that stop the damage? It does not. We get a 1/1 though, which looks like lethal to me. So let's give him lethal. Yeah, I think I probably could have used Skrull at instant speed to get an extra Toxic onto the Duelist when it looked like they didn't have any stick there for instant speed removal. Yeah. On the play with fast lands. Let's go. And 1-drop on 1. Begins Felix. That's a nice name. I had a cat named Felix once, I think. It's like 20 years ago. Kumano. Alright. Well, let's give him the joy that is being on the play. Good luck, Mono Red. Feeling okay about our chances with both Annex and the Contaminator on 3. It's going to be tough for them to get through. Adversary. Okay. Comes in as a 3/3. Taking it is risky, because if they get it back, it does hurt quite a bit. We could take it now, though. Start with an attack regardless. I think we'll go ahead and take it. Goodbye. I need 3 more lands to make any use of it. It's going to be a while. Hopefully the game is over before then. Opponent timer comes out. Pretty sure they're thinking about attacking. Using Play with Fire. Maybe they're thinking about bluffing. Regardless, we're not going to block because I'm pretty happy keeping our toxic creatures around to get hit lethal soon. We're the aggressor here on the play. Okay, timer finishes. Go ahead and attack your whole Tyvar stand. I think we get in with everyone. We can always play the Duelist after combat. It's likely they blow out Tyvar's stand though, isn't it? Can we do this at instant speed? Okay, so maybe it's just you two. Let's do it like this. Try to bait out the removal. Okay, they blocked there. So let's Seed Core here. And then if they remove in response, then we can Tyvar stand in response and still have mana to play the Duelist. Scoop! Okay, they did not like that. Cool. On the play, yeah, we can keep this. The mana's a little awkward with the slow land. Get you down early. It might be a Crawling Chorus. Try to save protection for the Rot Priest another turn. Okay, try it like that. Mono blue. At least mono blue so far. Okay, swing here for 1. And play out the slow land and get the Rot Priest down. If it is in fact mono blue, just getting anything down early is quite valuable. The take to consider looks like mono blue to me. Annex Sentry is an answer to the 3-mana Jin. Tyvar stands also... Yeah, okay. I feel like this happened yesterday too. Just the turn 2 scoop. Just a greedy. They kept a 1-lander with Consider. Like, I think that's pretty greedy for mono blue. Alright, thank you for staying to the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider dropping a like, comment, and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.